Hey, this is Hannah, founder of GrantFrog, grants management software for organizations. And I want to show you how you can use GrantFrog's Lily AI grant writing assistant and grant content library to write and save all of your organization's most important grant narratives, saving you time, helping you write grant applications more efficiently while also using your organization's own narratives. With Lily AI, you have a dedicated grant writing assistant who can help you write and refine any grant applications, grant reports, or any other grant details using AI. The best part about Lily AI is it's a grant-focused AI tool working alongside you and your organization's own grant narratives and language. What you get back from Lily sounds like a grant professional and your organization instead of a chatbot. And Lily AI works best with your grant content library in GrantFrog. Your grant content library is a collection of your organization's narratives, things you typically provide on grant applications, your mission and history, your program overviews, your outcomes. These are templates and snippets you use on every grant application. You might be used to digging through multiple folders and opening multiple files just to work on a grant application. With the GrantFrog Grant Content Library, you have everything in one place. It lives right next to where you're already managing your grants, your grant reports, and your team inside of GrantFrog. And with GrantFrog's Lily AI, you can trust that your data is safe. Your data is never used to train AI models and is only used to provide information based on what you give it. So whether you're starting from scratch or improving your existing grant narratives, Lily AI and Grant Content Library in GrantFrog will help you save time, make sure your organization's narrative and language are the same across the board, and help you build professional, well-structured grant applications to support you and your organization's mission. So let's jump in and let me show you how it works. When you open up GrantFrog, you'll see the content library and Lily AI writing assistant in the menu. One of the best ways to get started is to add a couple of pieces of information about your organization. You might add your mission, or you might add a project overview. This is going to give Lily some context on who you are. Lily can write or edit. You can also use some pre-built grant templates we have inside of GrantFrog, or you can use your own custom instructions to request from Lily what you need. Here I have a project overview for a new lion habitat at the zoo. I'm going to click in here into this content library and I want to say Ask Lily. I'm going to use one of the preset templates to write an executive summary. I can choose Ask Lily, I can click Executive Summary, and this is going to use the content that is inside of this document. We'll click Executive Summary, and as we do that, it writes out an executive summary based on this project overview. From there, I can insert this into the document. I can try again to have it rewrite something, or I can discard it. Let's go ahead and insert this. Now we have an executive summary based on this project of the lion habitat. There are several other presets as well. You can also use Lily to use custom instructions and create new information. Here we want to say Write with Lily. We can choose the template or we can choose custom, so we can put in custom information. I'm going to say, give me a sustainability section for this grant. I could just say create in content library and have it generate, but it doesn't have anything to pull from, so it will insert some placeholders. But what I want to do is give it more context. So I can choose add reference material from the library. Let's go ahead and add this project description that we're working on and say create in content library. It's going to create a sustainability section that we'll be able to use in our program or project overview. As with any AI tool, be sure to check the information. Lily inserts placeholders where you may need to add information or add data. In your grant content library, I suggest you add all of the most common snippets and templates that you typically add to a grant application. You can see in this example that I have a statement of need, an executive summary, the mission, about my organization. What this does is you'll be able to use these to build out your grant application. You can organize these with tags or with folders, and these are the general templates that you or your team members are going to use as the basis for any grant applications. Now, as you're working on an actual grant, you want to be able to edit those. Let's jump into how that works. Here I am in a grant record in GrantFrog. Now, my grant record is going to show me the due date of the application, what team members are working on this, the funder, how much we're requesting, and all of that important information you need to track for your grants. Now, you also have this content tab, and this is where you'll be able to write your grant. If I click content, you can see I already have one piece of content here, but we're going to add a new one. We're going to say add content and new content. And what that does is open up that content editor that you see similar to the content library. You can see here we have the blank writing space so we can write. We also have Ask Lily and Write Lily in there as well. One of the neat things when you start writing a grant for this specific funder and specific project is you can use your content library to build out the grant while customizing the grant for that specific funder. We're just going to call this the Lion Enclosure Grant, and we have now the blank slate, but we can drag information from our content library to start working on this. I want to go ahead and add my mission as the first thing. The next thing I want to add is about our zoo. So now we've added the about section of our zoo, and maybe the next thing that I want to add is the project overview. Now I've added 3 sections from the grant content library, and these are your organizational narratives. These are your templates and things that you have, but now you're building out this custom grant proposal. And for example, it may be for this specific funder, you want to ask a different amount. Instead of the 2.4, maybe on this one, we want to ask for a different number. Now, this is a grant custom to this grant request, and you have everything you need on this grant. You can also use Ask Lily to proofread the grant if you would like. You can ask it to write more sections, and you can update different things for this specific grant. So it's a really great way to pull together your grant applications. You can click copy text so that you can paste it into the grant application. You can see how many words or characters you have in a grant application. They do have word and character limits. So this is a great way to help with this. You can also export this to Word as well. Now, when I go back to the grant on my content tab, you can see my lists of content documents that we've created specific to this grant. And that's how you use Lily AI and the Grant Content Library in GrantFrog. You can start a free trial of GrantFrog at grantfrog.com. Grants management software built to help organizations manage their entire grants program.